Ellie and her week 1 recap. Hi, babe. Come here. Get it. So to start this week, we're going to start with some play, warm her up for training. Hi, pretty girl. Yeah. Pull. Good job. Right now we're playing with what's called a flirt pole. It allows me to have my hands up here, hands away from the play. It allows her to kind of go after the little toy at the end. I am kind of doing some light pulls. I'm not dragging her with this toy, but I'm letting her feel that opposition. Come on, pretty girl. Right now I'm just pulling in the opposite direction of what she's pulling. Good girl, yeah. And really with this one, just letting her get the win. Good job, babe. Uh-oh, get it. Good girl. Yeah, she loves getting her toy and taking it right over to her bed. Good job, babe. Yeah, pretty girl. And in some pets, yeah. Good job, love. Get it. Oh, uh-oh, you missed it. Good girl, yeah. Good job, babe. Uh-oh, don't jump in the water. That's okay. Say that's okay. All right, good job. Now for our training this week, we introduced what's called a clicker. Good job. So our clicker, the purpose of this is going to be to capture the moment that Ellie offers us the behavior that we asked for. Right now, I'm doing what's called charging my clicker. For that, I am just going to click and then hand her a piece of food. Now this week, because this is new for her, we are charging it quite a bit. Good job. One more. And then I want to make sure that I'm feeding her both from my hand, so food directly from hand into her mouth, and also onto the ground, so she gets used to finding her cookies both ways. Good job, love. The next thing we did was practice having her follow a food lure. So knowing how to follow that food lure is super important for training. So I'm gonna let her sniff that food and lick it, get attached. And then we're gonna take some steps together. Come here, pretty girl. Hi, yeah, good job. Ellie, good girl. Ellie, good job. We also practice following that food lure, pairing it with her name. Good job, babe. Found it? Ellie. Good girl. Good job, babe. We introduced what's called a get it cookie. Get it. Good job, babe. We're going to use that get it cookie throughout training to release her from a position. Get it. Ellie. Good job, love. We can also use that get it cookie to reset her. And I like to use that get it cookie to play a name game. Get it. Ellie. Good girl. So that game in particular is called the flying cookie game. For that, I toss that get it cookie, and as soon as she's done eating, I'll call her name. Get it. Ellie. Good job, babe. And the moment I'm clicking for this is as soon as she responds, so turns towards me after I call her name. What a good girl. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Get it. Ellie. Ah, good job. Right there. Right there. And then notice how I'm throwing that get it cookie in different directions. Make sure to keep practicing that So she gets used to coming back to you from different points of view. Good job, babe. You're ready. Touch. Good job. The next thing we worked on is what's called our hand target. So to teach a hand target, I'm going to show her that I have food in my hand. Touch. And then I'm going to hide that cookie kind of underneath my thumb and pull my hand out to a flat palm. Touch. As soon as she follows, I feel her nose. That is what I want to capture. So click and then feed her that piece of food. Touch. Very good girl. Now the hand target, get it. I like to use kind of as an informal recall. It's a great movement exercise, captures your dog's attention. Touch. A good one to get them focused back on you if they get a little distracted. But as she continues to learn this one, we'll start asking her to hand target from a greater distance. Good job, babe. Yeah. Ready? Get it. Sit. Very good girl. So working on our sits this week, I'm going to get Ellie attached to her food. So make sure she's licking it and knows it's there. Sit. Good girl. That food is going to start at nose level, and then it's going to come up and back a little. Sit. Wait for those paws. Good. And as soon as you see that her butt has hit the ground and those front two paws are on the ground, that is the moment we'll click and then feed her that food. Good girl. Water break. Get it. More. Sit. Good job. Get it. And with every behavior we learn, we want to make sure that we're only asking for the behavior itself one time. So I'm going to ask her to get into that sit once. And if she doesn't get into position, I don't want to chant that over and over. So instead of saying sit again, I will just redo that hand signal and wait for her to get into position. Same thing is super important when we're doing name games. You don't want to chant your puppy's name over and over. Make sure we only say it once. If your puppy ignores you, I would make other noises like puppy puppy, kissy sounds, good girl. Get it. Well, that went really far, you gotta find it. Clap your hands, anything else to get her attention. And as soon as she turns towards you, we'll still click that and feed her. I love. All right, so the next thing we did this week was learn how to station on a mat. So we worked on step 1 this week. What's this? Ready? Put your mat. Good girl. So step 1, we are tossing our mat down, and as soon as she gets 4 paws on, that is when we are clicking and feeding her. Good girl. Step 1, we are moving the mat off to a different location. Go to your mat. Oh, sorry, babe. Good girl. And with this one, it's really important that you're dropping those cookies directly on the mat itself. That way she builds that connection with this surface. And the purpose of moving the mat around is to really build the drive of her wanting to run right over to that mat once she sees it. Go to your mat. Good girl. Good job, babe. Yeah. Ready? Get it. We'll do that one more time. Ready? Pull your mat. Good job. Hey, oops. amped right now, so we're gonna have a small play break. Good girl. And then the last thing that we're gonna work on today is different handling exercises. Good job, babe. Come back into the camera. Good job. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Oh, you're so tough. Yeah, so tough. Oh, I got it. Ready? Get it. Good job, love. Oh my. Look at you. You love this thing. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Oh my gosh. So tough. So tough. Drop. Yes, good job. Actually, before we do our handling, here, babe, I'm gonna get her dressed in her harness. So for that, we'll get her legs in. And this is a Velcro and a clasp. Good girl. Oh, no. Good job, good job, good job. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, good job. And then with the harness this week, we really just want to work on getting some movement, her getting comfortable while being in her gear. Right there, you missed it. Get it. Ellie. Good job. So for that, we can play our name game, tossing those get it cookies. Get it. Ellie. Yeah, good girl. There. Ellie. Good job, babe. Also to get movement, having her just follow that food lure again. Good job, that was a big cookie. Yeah. Good job, love. And then to get the harness off, I'll unclasp it, and here I'm gonna have food ready. As soon as I rip off that Velcro, I'm gonna set her with the food and the harness right on the ground. Good job. Yeah. All right, babe. What are you doing? Exercises that we worked on this week. I'm gonna have food in one hand for her to sniff, lick, stay focused on, and then my other hand will do the handling. So starting with lifting her tail. Yes, good girl. Lifting her tail gets her used to when she has to go to the groomer, get cleaned up back there, go to the vet, get a temperature checked. Yes, good job. Intro to some restraint, so hand under the belly. Yes, good girl. When I get under the belly, I am applying a slight pressure up. Yes, good girl. You're so cute. Ready? Get it. And notice how with my handling, I'm not using the clicker, I'm saying yes instead. That is going to be the same thing as if I were using my clicker. So the click marks the moment, the yes is now going to mark the moment. Looking at her ears. Yes. I don't like to use my clicker for my handling because it's a lot of hands-on. Yes. I like being able to have the use of both hands. Also, sometimes that click right in their face is a little scary. Yes. So we looked at both ears just now. I pulled back on her upper eyelid a little to get a good look in her eyes. Now I'm going to look in her mouth. Yes, Good girl. With her mouth, I am just pulling up a little bit on the fur, on the gum, to get a look at her teeth. This hand. Good girl. Make sure we do both sides. Yes. Good job. Right there, you dropped it. And with our handling this week, we're not doing any duration. So I'm not holding on to her body any longer than a quick second. Next week, we'll build that duration of being able to hold the ears back a little bit longer, hold her paws a little bit longer. Yes, good girl. And now with her paws, same thing. I'm gonna start up at her shoulders and glide, yes, down to the paws themselves. Good job, babe. Yes, good girl. Making sure that my hand stays connected the whole way down. Yes. So stays connected, stays touching her body until I get to the source that I want to touch. Yes, good girl. Good job, babe. Good job. Water break. Here, ready? Get it. And that's it for Ellie's week 1 recap.